pride, faith, art, and tradition. A commitment to life at a different pace.
Live.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
What's happening, everybody? Let's see here. See who we got here. Brother Radar. Brother Martin, what's happening? Dave in the house. Dan from Canada. We got Vlad in the house from the NZ. My brother Lloyd. What is happening, Paul? Larry Brown, my brother John Martin. Dio in the house. Anthony Calderon. I want to give a shout out to him here in a minute when we get some more people. Brother Anthony, I want to point more people to your YouTube page, my brother. Proud of you, man. Keep up the good work. You're doing great, brother. I'm not able to watch all of them, but I'm able to check out a little bit. Brother Jeremy. Mr. Smith. My good friend, Stephen Mora. Definitely good to see you guys. Don't forget, hit the like button. So we'll give a second for a few more people to come on. And I'm going to kind of be moving it around a little bit too. And Deja's in the house too. She's behind here. Look, everybody. What up? We're doing a little bit different today. We are juggling pieces. I got this set up on the paint shaker. And, you know, like I tell you guys, I cut the back of the recliner chairs. And this is usually what I tape on. You know, this chair here, you can't really see it. But, and in fact, I can move around. You know, it's just literally a black recliner chair. You know, it's one of these. Let me kind of walk around real quick. It's literally one of these. You remove the arms, you remove the back, and then you got a paint Lazy Susan. You know what I mean? Of course, this one's busted. And of course, it's a perfect candidate. Let me tell you, it's a perfect candidate. But I'm going to move this out the way just real quick. Check out, Rudy's fender cleared it. It's going to need resanded.
It's funny you got the shop dog in there.
Got Cisco in the house. He's an OG. 13 years old. Let you guys kind of check it out. Kind of move this. Sorry, guys. Kind of set this back up. Hopefully it's where it needs to be. Let's see, and I'm going to move this back over here. And I got it set up kind of like this because I want you guys to get the visual. And of course, you got to think, of course, this thing will be way lower. Just to give you guys a visual. We'll wait for a few more people to come on. But let me see if I can slightly turn it a little bit more this way. There we go. That way I can tape a little bit. And tonight I'm going to basically, like I say, we'll just give it a second. How's everybody doing? You know, definitely miss you guys. We have been busy. lot going on where it's like, man, Thursday, I'm like, for personal self-care, been not going live on Thursday. We just, let me tell you, the after school program, we have been seriously like our busiest time right now. You talk about some crazy logistics, just trying to do literally, what'd you think, 48 bikes or something?
Yeah, I think we're at like 48 bikes.
48 bikes, trying to all the ones that are in the would have been cool to be doing a little screen sharing some of those from today, but some that have been getting fabricated. They this week we're getting based, flaked, and cleared, and the rest of the students have been patterning out their bikes for the last month and something, doing the taping, and this last 3 weeks been doing the spraying. And let me tell you, man, to do 48 lowrider bikes at a time, I'm blessed. There's quite a few of the mentors that are on here. My brother Steven, trying to see who else is on. I'm sure more will be joining us here in a little bit. And of course, Rudy, Deja. But I have like 20 mentors. And of course, not everybody's a pattern painter. So what do you call it? I have to kind of, as the program coordinator, I got to be moving people around where they're best needed at the exact moment. And of course, it's been hard, man. It's been a lot of, just, you got one side of the building basing and flaking, one side over here doing patterns, and then trying to keep the rest of the kids entertained. They're doing, one of the Albuquerque police officers, both of them have been, I think, on the force for 37, other ones 38 years. They built a bunch of buildings for the Lowrider RC car layout we're going to have at the Lowrider Super Show here June 1st, which I strongly encourage everybody to go to. Imagine we're going to be showing the majority of these bikes, at least 38 to 40 bikes at the Lowrider show. And of course, this time we let the students, Deja's going to be showing, check out these pictures, guys. The students, we've been letting them pretty much do their thing. We've been guiding them, helping them, but we've been letting them shoot it. So that they're going to make mistakes. We want them to make mistakes to where they learn from them and they're able to really see those areas. And then next year they'll be like, man, I know not to do that. But check out this bike. And this is my brother Aaron Patricio. The fabrication guys did all of this and stunning, cut out those spider webs with the CNC machine. But if you've seen that in person, it's real 3D. That's Isaac that's shooting it. He's the one that's been building that bike. He's a third-year student. He'll be graduating this year. He'll be taking that bike home, which is super cool. Dave's going to show another picture. This is another student patterning out his bike with the help of one of the amazing, in fact, who's helping him right there is Anthony. He's a student being a mentor. So, man, it's just really cool. Thank you, Dio. Thank you, Jeremy. I know we need to radar. We need, mainly we've been showing, just showing like all those pictures Deja's sharing right now on Facebook and Instagram.
And they do, I'll have to put the links and stuff up.
Yeah, Deja said she'll put the links up. But and then we got my brother Chris here from Joe's Shop, another mentor, awesome fabricator, painter, a little bit of everything, helping one of the young ladies. She's a senior too. She'll be taking her bike home. Graduation May 29th. We'll be having a big graduation at the center. Definitely a blessing. We'll have to invite whoever's around here that you guys want to come. And then this is one of the students. This is their taping job on their bike. They've been coming both days to try to catch up and do a little extra. And Dominic has been helping him spray his bike. Just started yesterday. So, man, way cool stuff. A lot going on. Way cool. Just wanted to share with you guys. And, but yeah, it's, check out this one. This is Israel's bike. He's a third-year student. We call him OG. He's he came up with this crazy design. We were like, man, it's pretty crazy, but we went with it. And of course, Aaron and Patricio and Chris and all of them made it happen, which is way cool. I mean, he's got a spear, a spear going through the middle there. All the little flames with the little hooks coming up. Way cool. And Brother Dave, the airplane, so we haven't quite started that yet. We still, we won the installation for it, but it's got to go through all of the legal parts here in the city. Still has to go through city council. It's already approved, but it's got to go through all the legal to get, like, I don't know how to put it, totally approved. Here's, of course, Deja helping sand and block some body work on that bike. But we're hoping the mayor's going to, I think, approve it like June 1st or 2nd too, like the beginning of June. We're hoping to start it like September. Honestly, we have so much going on. Everybody on the team. Blast is on the team. Brother Steven Mora is on the team. Deja's on the team. Got quite a few on there, people. And like I say, that's probably going to be about September. That's going to be about a 1.5-year project. They're trying to have us get it done by the Balloon Fiesta by next year, by October, but man, that's going to kill us. But yeah, I can't wait to. Way cool. Thank you, Dio. I really appreciate it, brother. Thank you, Nolan. Alejandro, what is happening, my friend? Iowa in the house. So we'll kind of break it down here. It looks like some people will keep adding on. That's the problem with not being consistent. We kind of lose some people. But that's all right. Like I say, man, it's been a lot going on. Super busy. And definitely keep me in prayer. I've had hives for the last 3 weeks. It's crazy, man. Really bad yesterday. Super bad. And I got a steroid shot yesterday. Didn't want to do that, but got it anyway. Been taking some stuff, so hopefully they go away. Who knows what it is. Trying to remove some stuff, add some stuff. So keep me in prayer. Appreciate it, everybody. Trying to get back close with the Lord again. It feels like spiritual warfare. But we know our God is greater. So, like I say, so I'll kind of move on here. So I wanted to kind of set up the bike, the fender with the tank so you can get an idea. We are doing this bike. It's going to go gold. And if you can get the vision with me, and of course this will be way lower. You guys know that. But so I've taped the majority. I've been taping on this because, man, for you guys to just sit here and watch me do twirls for 14 weeks is going to get boring. So to give you a visual, this is going to go gold too, right here on the tank. This is going to be the breakup point. I'm going to do red right here through this little hook pattern here. Might even end up doing some of the silver leaf and then spin it and then candy red over it with the cool little silver border, of course. These, of course, are going to go gold, swinging up to where the orange is going to be. So up here is going to be where the orange starts. So if you can imagine from the gold here, and then it's going to go orange, and then to the top. And then, of course, still trying to figure out, I'll try to throw this in. Hopefully you can see it. You got to think, then with the bags, I'm going to incorporate. I'll try to turn this on. But, and of course with the bags, so this here, then from the gold, orange is going to go up here to the top. And I'm still trying to figure out the only other places I'm going to do this might just be in here, a small section down in here. And then of course, some of it's going to start changing to red. Like a lot of this will end up red back here. So, like I say, the whole bike's going to fade. And not really, I mean, it's kind of going to break up. I don't know if we're going to call it really a fade. So, let me turn this again. Make sure we're set up.
Is that the front or rear fender that you did?
That's the rear, it's the bag. It's the rear bag. That lack. We get the partial view, I know, of Deja. He said, hi, Deja. You know,
What up?
and I'm going to put her on the spot.
No!
What up?
Ah!
Yeah, whatever.
We tucked Rudy into bed.
Yep. We didn't want him
Falling asleep on the camera.
falling asleep on the camera. Makes me feel bad working on his bike and he's snoring. Laugh out loud.
But kind of serious.
But kind of serious. Good evening, Brother Jerry. Hope you're doing good. We love you, brother. Yeah, and of course, like, yeah, it's going to tie in. And so basically, this section, it's got all the orange tape on it. And which it'll be pretty cool if you guys can see. I know it's always delayed. It's got a little bit of a delay. But I've tried to match it up as good as possible. It's definitely not exact. And I still got to do some cutting. That's what we're going to do now. I'm going to try to finish up some of these little swings. And then that way we can start taping on the top. So I'm going to remove this thing and then we'll lower it and start taping the top designs. Yep, and then Cisco, yep, Dio. The dog's under the table chilling.
The shop puppers.
The shop dog.
Shop dog.
But yeah, we will get going then. Like I say, you kind of see, like I say, you know, it's pretty cool. A lot of this, like I say, man, there's really some thought behind it. You know, it can really look like it's just turns kind of going any direction, but it's not. You know, I really wanted this heart of this to come through, to cut through, like I say, and then this will continue. You know, I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do to continue it, to kind of separate, you know, the gold, the orange, and then back to the red. And of course, this will be red dividing the orange and the gold. And of course, I wanted it to kind of, as you see, it comes around. This point goes underneath this pattern. This pattern swings under a nice little point. And like I say, this one swings here to a nice point. Swings around here. That's the one that swings around here. That goes around this. Then I got this one just swinging around to where it's kind of cutting through this one. And then this one too swings from here around to the point here. And then swings out to right here. So it's just, you know, it's just kind of flowing out. And there's a method to the madness. Like I say, I don't just randomly tape. Do I like everything I tape? That's why we untape it, we retape it until we like it. Sometimes we got to compromise. I can't stress that enough. I see so many people that are really true artists. Man, they're taking the time to sit there and really make it look cool, not just tape it right away and go with it. No offense to those that are doing that. Like I tell you, you know, I could do that too. And most people would say, that's really cool, Rob. You know, because Rob did it. But Rob don't like it, then...
Dave asked, will there be 2 side covers also?
Yeah, there'll be 2 side covers. And then that, not sure what I'm going to do on those yet. I'm definitely not going to get too crazy. But yeah, this will be, of course, the side covers. So those will be going, of course, back over here. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah. Yep. And then he's even got some like speaker box things that go kind of, I think, in the front of the knees.
They said crazy purple boxers are off.
Is that what I got? My boxers are showing boxers y todo. It's got the boxers y todo, you know. Better watch out, man. Yeah, that's funny, butt crack. Yep, that's the problem, man. I got these, let me tell you. Now, what are these? Who called me out on my boxers? Fat lad. That's funny. All right. I know. What are these? Cabela's. Yeah, I bought these Cabela pants. I got them at the thrift store. I was like, man, I always see people with them. I'm like, those look pretty cool. Man, the waists are like too small for me. And it does. It's butt crack. Butt crack, short day showing. We call it short days. Calao. What's happening, Brother Gary? Hey, Donnie Smith in the house. Spider filters, he said.
Dia said, are we going to see this bike at the Super Show?
Yeah, I would say this should be done for the Super Show. Possibly. Of course, I don't know. That's 2 months away. I don't know. That's a good one, honestly. I don't want to make that, say it is and it won't. It's a lot of stuff to tape. So, and I'm going to try to keep taping on it some when I'm not live. Because like I said, I don't want to bore you guys with just swirling, doing swirls constantly. So like I say, so trying to match up this side. Trying to match up this side to the other side. Swinging this in. And let me get my razor blade. Yeah, that would be nice to get it to the Super Show, but so, and like I say, I'm trying to match it up as good as possible to this side. It's not exact. Some of this, I think, on this side, I made it a little bit fatter. It's a little bit more this way. I wasn't even going to do it at all, even the same at all, but then I was like, you know what? You try to do it somewhat symmetrical. So right now we're working on this right here on the other side. This is what we're working on. So I've already done it about, I'm going to go with 15 times to try to get it to kind of flow. And of course, let me do this first. Get this out the way. Let me grab the heat gun real quick.
The heat gun.
I can't tell you how many of you guys have used the heat gun trick with the vinyl. Since I told you guys, I can't tell you how good that works. Not one piece of tape came up, not even those sharp points. So let me make sure even before I...
Manuel, how was the train ride?
Man, it was really nice. Me and Deja had an awesome time last week. Went up and rode the train from Durango to, I forget what it's called. Not Silverton, because it didn't go that whole way yet. But,
No, what?
trying to think what it was.
It was beautiful, though.
Yeah, it was
so
beautiful.
So pretty. We made some friends.
Yeah, we made some friends.
Uray.
Yeah, Uray?
That's what Lloyd says. Is it Uray? Or is it Uray?
Maybe. No, Uray. That one's way up. That's that would have been nice. That's it didn't go that far because it's winter. It went to I forget, it's gonna drive me nuts. But Uray, I know Uray, Lloyd. That's on that $1 million highway when we do go up to Montrose for one of the retreats we go to. We go up to Montrose and we always take that $1 million highway. Man, and it is beautiful.
Somebody asked, did you get paper products yet, Rob?
Paper products. No paper products yet, man. And you know, a blessing, my son's moving out here from Texas. So there's going to be 3 of us working. So we're going to be able to do a lot more. Let me heat this real quick. We're going to be able to do a lot more because my son's coming out. I'm excited. You know, we fall so short. I have so many pearls, so many the chameleon, so many the color shifting, and so many what do you call it? Speed shoots we want to spray and like show people. you see like the other paint companies shooting and doing all those paint samples, and that's how they'd be selling quite a bit. Like you say, man, I'm shaky. If I can do it, you can do it. Yesterday that we were playing board games at the, of course I wasn't, but the kids were, and they had operation like I always tell you guys, and I got shocked right away. You know what I mean? Couldn't get one bone out without.
Rob would not be a surgeon.
Hey, brother Jesse, my brother. Good to see you on here, my brother. Keep up the good work. Very good friend. Definitely, God bless you and Paula, my brother. Carlsbad, New Mexico, in the house. A shout out to you for sure, my brother. That's the pray before we paint guy right there. Definitely a blessing. So now I'm going to be swinging this one, trying to get the right swing. And then I'll swing that other one there. I'm going to look one more time. It's lots of turning it, checking it out. Is it going to be perfectly the same? Absolutely not. Head.
Hi, Lisa.
Lisa,
Hi,
what is
Jason.
happening?
Marty Martinez.
What is
Greeley,
happening?
Colorado.
All right. What's happening, my brother?
Dia said, will you guys be around either tomorrow or on Saturday? I'm going to need a gallon of clear, a couple of quarts of red, and a few more products, I'm sure.
For sure, Dio. We'll be around tomorrow, my brother, till 1 o'clock. We'll be around tomorrow till 1 o'clock, and then we'll be here. Gonna be trying to get stuff ready for my son. We'll be here all day Saturday and Sunday. After church, we'll be around, but definitely all day Saturday and half the day tomorrow. So if you roll up tomorrow, for sure, we're here till 1. Anytime after 10.
Have you ever taped using mirrors to see the other side, Rob?
Yeah, there's been a few times. A few shops where I put in mirrors because I got sick of walking back and forth. But it still doesn't do it justice. It'll give you the general idea, but it won't, you can't still get like distances really good. You know what I mean? And like this, I'm just going to attach there. I'm not trying to, like I say, and this is like I say, I'm trying to swing this one in right here to do this one. But like I say, stuff is not exactly the same. But I'm trying to do something similar. So don't judge me. That's weird, huh?
Yeah, it's a weird noise.
I know. Crazy noise outside. Let me get this more out the way. I might have to swing this one tighter. I'm just trying to slowly swing it in.
Tell us a shop story, Rob.
Huh?
Tell us a shop story.
Tell us a shop story. Hope you're doing good, Lisa. So now I'm swinging this one here, and like I say, nothing is kind of the same, but we're trying to at least get it there.
I will call you tomorrow.
For sure, my brother. We appreciate you, Dio. Hope everything is going good. Hey, let me tell you, Dio. We went, Brother Manuel invited us to go up to Sipapu to go skiing. We did the bike skiing on the, like, mountain bikes, but they're skis. And, man, I'd never been past Truchas. We always go to Truchas and then we turn around and go back to Espanola. Man, we went through there, and then on the way back, we were like, man, I'm gonna try to hit up Dio. There is no service around there. We drove around Truchas. We went all the way. We went all the way east into where it started going into the National Forest. You probably know what I'm talking about. The road starts getting smaller. The asphalt road starts getting smaller, and then all of a sudden it turns at the end of Truchas on the east side. And then we went all the way back through and kind of went around. And I was hoping to get service. My service never came back on. And by that time, I was like, man, we were hoping to probably maybe swing by your house just for like 5 or 10 minutes and say what's up. But, yeah, it's like no service.
We got lost.
So we were exploring in Truchas there. But it was beautiful, all the little towns, the little villages that we went through.
You mean God's country?
God's country. Yep, exactly. I mean, beautiful. I'd never been. Like I say, we made that, went into Truchas, and then we made the left to go where it starts going through all the little villages, all the way to where it hits the road where you would make a left to go to Taos. I'm talking beautiful. A lot of it looks like kind of Nambe and, kind of beautiful valley, and even more beautiful. Like I say, I'm shaky. If I can do it, you can do it. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm gonna go with that. What's happening, Jason? Hope you're doing good, my brother. Yeah, sure. Let me know on those blacks. Yep, definitely. Okay, let me get my razor blade. We'll do a little slicing and dicing. So, like I say, this pattern here, not going to have anything cutting through. Everything, this is going to be to where everything's behind it. And then, so, definitely going to be cutting this. Hopefully you guys are able to see it good.
Let me ask, do you have any books that you could recommend as a reference for learning?
For learning? I know that's a good one.
I'm like,
I know that'd be a good one to do a book, but man,
that's what he said earlier. He's like, you should read the book, man.
No. It'd be a crazy book. How to be the best hood shop. We make things happen with next to nothing. Don't gotta have all the fancy stuff.
Shops for dummies.
Shops for dummies. There we go. Shops for dummies. I'm not calling you guys, any of you guys, dummies. I'm a dummy myself. That was Deja's idea. Shop. That would be crazy, honestly. I'd be like, man, screw this guy.
The School of Hard Knocks.
Hey, there we go. Did somebody say that one?
Yeah, Dio.
That's funny. I like that better.
I just think I
I know.
know. Book.
We don't want to be calling nobody dummy.
No, you guys are all intelligent. Especially like
You guys hear that? Deja calling you guys all out. I'm just kidding.
Twist my
I got it.
word.
I know. I'm just kidding on that one. You know, Deja wouldn't do that. Yep. School of Hard Knocks. Keno. Okay, this one too. What did I do over here? Did I have it go through? So I sliced this. Same thing I'm going to slice here.
I got 2002 electric light bedded and silver mixed flake with some 0.025. I've been cramming it in all your awesome videos, Rob. Thank you for the last couple of months and thank you for sharing.
Man, that means the world, brother. Serious. Appreciate you, man. And where are you from, my brother? That 0.025 is no joke, that's for sure. You already know that, man. That's a lot of work. I tell people you buy that from me, man, you be prepared to shoot a lot of clear, a lot of extra sanding, like sanding gravel. Imagine how much more bigger flake there is besides even that one. Okay, one more time. Okay. So this here, I'm going to slowly kind of cut. Look, I have on the other side my shaky butt. We will make it happen now.
Got this.
Boom. Slice it, dice it. Like that. I'll curve this up to here. Like that. Boom. Can't wait to see some pics of those signs you're working on, Dio. And how about you, Lisa? How's the car coming? I seen you posted with it all prepped and then all primered. It looks like it's ready to start sanding. I mean, ready to start shooting some base. Okay, so now we pretty much got that. So now I need to run this line here. And then this line is going to be the border. And then, like I say, then we're going to start taping here. And I'm not doing any of this. I'm not doing any of this up here. This is going to be more straight line work with some kind of old school style in it. Yes, lots of clear. Holy Moses, Jason, you too. Radar. What's the metric? So in other words, the bigger the number, the bigger the flake. So what's happening, Scott? Hope you're doing good, my brother. The bigger the flake, the bigger the size. So like the smallest I have is 0.002, which is almost like just a coarse metallic. Then there's 0.004, which is your typical, everybody calls micro sequence, like I explained to you guys. And Rudy's bike, that has 20%, the 0.004. It's the Vanderslice mix. It has 30% 0.008, and it has 50% 0.015. So from there, from the 0.04, like I stopped at, the micro sequence, that's the one that dances, boy. We're talking with the lights. It's just, and then I got 0.006, which I really been liking that nobody carries. That's a hard one to get, man. It's like a really nice size in between. And then you got, and then the 0.63 millimeter. There's the one that I have on my car that I did back in 1995 that Lowrider magazine put me in for shooting it with the stucco gun. Was 1.25. Crazy. Let me grab something. Sorry for the little delay. But let me see here. So this will be a good little breakdown here. I'll have to do even just a separate deal on this. We always on the fly. Let me try to get so I can see while I'm showing you guys. Okay, I'm trying to set this up to where I can see a little bit better. So I don't know if you can even see it.
No, yeah.
Okay, so you got the 0.002, really small, like metallic. 0.03, nobody really gets that. In fact, I don't even think I'm able to get that. The 0.04 is your standard, and of course, on here it's got the rainbow flake. And then you go up to the 0.006. 0.08 is what I usually recommend for people if they're just starting, because it's not too hard. It still has bling and it has dance. Then you start jumping into the 0.015. Then you jump up to the 0.025. That's still a lot of work. Then you jump up into the 0.035. Then you go up to the 0.040. Like on my Cadillac, I have 4, I got 15, I got 25, I got the 0.35, I got the 4, and I got the 6.2. And then on my car that I painted in 1995 that was up in Taos in the museum, it's got the 0.1, it's the 0.125. Just crazy. Real crazy. And then, of course, nobody's used this. Even this was a pain in the butt. You know what I mean? So hopefully you guys could see that kind of. It looks like you guys could. That's insane, though. See if there's any. I just shatter a jar over the tank and use 5 gallons of clear. Laugh out loud. No one. That's funny. Smooth it out. Now, that's flake. Yeah, buddy. And then, Fat Lex says, yes, we can see it good. Yeah, tons of work, man. Yeah, 1,000 microns is cool. That's crazy. It's a lot of work, man. The bigger the flake, the more work. It's worth it in the long run, but man, if you're just starting, I try to, how do I put it? I try to discourage people from going with the big, because I don't want them to get overwhelmed at first. 0.008 would be the standard. I would tell people to use it first. Okay.
Let me ask, what would you shoot that with?
Which one? The 1.25 I shot with the stucco gun to do your ceiling acoustic. That's the only thing to shoot it out of. There ain't no gun, automotive gun that will shoot that out of the gun. I don't care. 2.5 ain't gonna cut it. 3.0 ain't gonna cut it. Literally a stucco gun is gonna be what you shoot at. And I haven't seen anybody that shot this still to this day. Honestly, it's insane. I mean, you got to think that's huge. When I lay them all out on a table, I used to lay out kind of a sample of all of them.
Jason asked, I'd really like to find out. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say the Vanderslice mix, Lisa, I shoot with the 2.5 and it comes out really nice. I'm trying to think, Jason. I'm not sure on the white flake if I'm able to get it in that size. Some of the colored flakes, they only go so many sizes just because, just the whole... Hey, Anthony, are you able to get it out with the 1.7? Man, a 2.5 sure works really nice to get it out. You know what I mean? And of course, this one's really dirty. 2.5, as you can see, this is the last one I flaked with. It's just a cheapie 2.5. I used to have those for sale. They're pretty inexpensive. Even when I was selling them, I think I was selling for like 69 bucks. You can find them even cheaper sometimes. They're like right around that. The Roth Flake Bomber. Yeah, it's pretty much basically the same thing. Yep, a 2.5. Everything now and then I need to flip it open. Flip it to open. For the most part, it works well. Yeah, I get you. Yeah, flip it, kind of stir the flake up around. Yeah, definitely. I can make you a color of baby ice candy for sure, like a baby blue. But with, of course, it really wouldn't be. That would be more like me doing you an Oriental blue, and then me putting you some really nice pearl in it, and then you could shoot it over a black base coat or over a white base coat. Mine runs off the floor, he said. Let's see. Trust me, it's all happened to all of us, my friend.
How do you fix that?
I'm painting a pedal car for someone. Yeah, send me, if you have an idea of what you're looking for, Lisa, send it, text it to me. And we'll see what we can do. I can definitely make something really nice for you, or give you some pointers, ideas to achieve what you're trying to achieve. Plus, personally, I would shoot a baby blue solid, and then with some pearl, and then you could go back through and add orientals and a few other things. But you'll have to send me a picture of what you're. That way we're on the same page of thinking. Okay, so now I am going to swing. We got this one here. So this one's going to swing here. So I'm going to literally connect this one to here. I need to probably scoot this back some again and then tilt this up. Sorry, guys. Probably head's in the way. Besides my boxer showing back of my head, it's time for a haircut. But we're not in a judgment zone, are we, people?
Heck no. This is a space.
Okay, let me cut this over here. I don't even see Rudy on here tonight.
No, I didn't text him, but he's probably.
Did you send him the link? He might be asleep.
I think he's probably taking a little nap.
Okay. All of these I'm going to go in and cut right here. I'll end up kind of cleaning those up before we spray, but next week I'll try to have we'll end up shooting the orange on the top right away before I do the gold. Yeah, for sure, Lisa. Okay, so now got that there. And we're going to do this fat one here, which will be easy to kind of swing that one. I'm going to come in here one more time. Okay. Uno más. Yeah, you're doing a great job, my brother Anthony. So now we got a lot more people on here. I definitely want to point you guys to my brother's site. Anthony, are you still on here?
And he
It
sent me
looks
the
like he
link,
is.
so I'll put it on the bio of this.
Yeah, and Dejo put the bio too. Go follow him. He's only been doing this now for about a year. He has been kicking some serious butt. He is one of those people that wants to learn everything. You know, he does woodwork. He does knife making. I could go on and on. He's been doing the painting. He's been doing some really nice videos on YouTube. And so go follow him too. If you'd put a link too on here, if you'd share it, Anthony. And I know Deja's going to share it actually in the description.
Yes.
When we have a chance to edit it. And definitely appreciate you sharing about the products. Man, it's really hard to get people to the, man, there's not really been the affiliate. Man, it's hard to get people to click on it, make a purchase through people's things. It will alert us if there is. And still, it's a hard thing, man. It's but those that have been buying, that have been using it themselves, you're storing up some credit for sure. Just keep sharing, pointing people to it. Like I say, we appreciate the help. Getting the word out. And like I say, once my son gets here too, we're hoping to be able to start making some more videos as far as just colors that we're able to make. Share some of the ice pearls, you know, actually shoot them and shoot them and give examples with the speed shapes of a lot of the colors we got. You guys don't even know we have. We just haven't had time. Me and Deja try to handle it on our own. Definitely, if you guys would please like and subscribe. Huh?
I can put the link of the website for Made Buys tonight.
Okay. So now I need to get, and of course I cut that too early, but that's all right. Okay, so I'm going to swing this one around here, just to there. Like I say, sorry for my head being in the way here. Let me try to a little bit. Maybe that might work a little bit better.
Do the ice pearls work well over flake?
No, I wouldn't shoot them over flake. I mean, if you're trying to do a separate pattern and you've already done candy over it, and then you want to shoot some pearl just to throw it up, kind of like a lifestyles, one of the lifestyles paint jobs or something, you could do that. But you're basically, what I used to tell people, man, you're like changing $100 bill into like a $20 bill. It's like, and if you're separating it, like, if you guys understand what I'm saying, like some of the lifestyle paint jobs, you know, they're going in with the candy pearls over it. They're only having certain places that are flaked with the candy. And then a lot of the other work is separated, which personally, like I said, when we're able to start showing some other colors that we're able to make, you guys will get a better idea of it. You know, it's like to kind of add to your tricks and techniques. Like we call it the toolbox. Yeah, it looks like caca. Yeah, it's just murdering, man, that just murders the flake. And you really can't see it. Because, man, to me, I don't know how to put it, man. The flake is like the $100 bill. You know what I mean? And then it kind of all goes down from there personally. Without flake, you're ending up with the $70, you know, a $50 bill. I don't know. Like I said, but if you're breaking it up, let's say on this, we were going to do this like, this was going to go white. but stay white. And then we put the white flake with the white ice pearl. That would be cool. And then if we came in with this one, and let's say like what Lisa's talking about, we did like let's say a kind of a baby blue, let's say like a candy oriental blue pearl, the candy pearl in here, you know, that's pretty much, you won't see the flake, but it would be that beautiful candy pearl. But then all of these other areas are going to pop out with the flake, which kind of like our whole thing when we use the whites to drown out the flake in those areas. It's kind of that same concept. And then if we were to come in here with the beautiful, like the sunrise, the like House of Colors sunrise, you know, where it's that goldish candy pearl color, and you're trying to do that, man, it ends up beautiful. But if you're throwing, back to our whole point, if you're just throwing pearl over, the ice pearl over the flake, I don't know. There's no rules. I'm just saying that's just my opinion. Like I say, to each their own. You know, I've tried almost everything you can think and been like, ooh, that doesn't look good. I'll never do that again. And then like we always talk about, it's like, man, that actually looks really good. You know, some mistakes or some ideas that you think might not look good really do.
Don't muddy up the bling.
Don't muddy up the bling. Who said that? Yep, there you go. Basically, like throwing a cloud over it. And you wouldn't even really be able to, I mean, how do I put it, man? With the fine pearl, you'd be able to see it. You'd be able to see it some. I mean, there's, like I say, don't get me wrong. There's so many things you can still add to things. Okay, so we just swung that around there. Like that's just kind of a little extra border I was throwing. Now same thing here. I'm going to do just this here, but I still have to throw this one here on this side. So it's hard to believe that it's April. I can't even comprehend. So, swing this there. Let's see, two. Brother Vince in the house. What is happening, fam? Yes, thank you, Lisa. Like and subscribe, please. To me, it looks like only 45 likes. Of course, I don't know if we're able to. Boom. I pressed it 46.
Refresh it.
There we go. So, right there, my brother Anthony shared, and I hope I don't not say it right. Runic. I wish I let me know, Anthony, if I'm saying it wrong. Runic Workshop. And you see his it's got it looks like 2 X's. That's his logo. Go follow him on YouTube. Like and follow. Subscribe to his channel. Runic Workshop. He's been doing some cool stuff. He just did a helmet. Way cool. Kind of a biker helmet. And then he did, he's been doing some skateboards, some other boards, a bunch of different stuff. We appreciate him using the products and talking about them. Definitely appreciate it. Okay. there. So basically we're right here trying to swing this around, doing this here. Like I was saying, I'm not trying to get it in there. I'm pulling up that one. And in all reality, I hate to say, this one I'm gonna have to lift up because I didn't realize this had to swing around. Even this one, I hate to say. So I'm gonna lay that just there for a minute. We'll start working on the curvature a little bit better. Curves a little bit sooner. That swoops through there. It will be fast.
Jason said he's working on a design for a jet ski.
Nice.
Nolan said, don't want to go to Lowrider on a jet ski. It'll sink.
It'll sink. That's funny. I gotta say, that's a funny one. Nolan's got jokes, man. He's got jokes. That's funny. I know I started following you on Facebook. Jason, way cool, man. I see you got that piece up for sale too. Let me brag on you for a second too, man. Jason, you know, we stuck he's from Arizona. He's the one who did that New Mexico, I mean, not New Mexico, the Arizona piece with the Arizona flag with the star with the copper leaf in the middle of it. I know that's funny, huh, Lisa? And then he did, he's done a few. He did one with 2 turbos for a customer. Turbo on the left and the right of it. And then he just did another one and he made it look like turquoise kind of at the bottom. I don't know what the effect he was trying to look. It looks like to me like the different layers of turquoise. And maybe that ain't what you're trying for, but that's my interpretation of what you got going on there. Okay.
That was my goal.
That was, huh? All right. Well, I wasn't too far off. So I have to back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth.
Just jump into. He said, I am here. Sorry I'm late.
Ethan in the house. And good day. You know what? I appreciate a lot of you guys checking on me too. Man, I know Ethan, you hit me up, see how I'm doing. And you know, a lot of people, you know, it's like, man, Rob, we miss your presence on Thursday. Man, I miss you guys too. Like I say, we've been so busy trying to do some self-care. I wish I could be consistent like Adam, but man, we just got so much going on, man. It's hopefully there's a day where we can be a little more consistent. I know I wanted to try to work on this bike every single week, but like I say, we just got so much going on. It's like Holy Moses. We ain't got Cisco snoring, but we got Cisco snoring.
We got Rudy unicorn.
We got Cisco's.
Cisco is definitely snoring.
Let me see.
It's Rudy's spirit animal. Rudy's here in spirit with the snores.
That's funny. I'm trying to take the style to new levels, and you definitely have it, my brother Jason. Some of those other 3D, those that license plate you did, way cool, my brother. Like just a whole.
Lisa.
That's what it's all about, yeah, Lisa. My AirPods are vibrating. She said, "That's funny." Nice. Mimi's time.
It's a paint shaker.
It's a paint shaker.
It's so funny.
Okay. Do you have any, I know that's funny, Brother Vince. Do you have any of the pattern classes scheduled? Let me tell you, I know that's a hard thing this year. I'm telling you, Donnie, I really wanted to do Denver, Kansas, and here in Albuquerque. We're just going to Kansas for the Lowrider Lowrider After School Bike Program Conference in May. I decided not to do the class over there. Decided to go try to soak it in and enjoy it. And so it's just one of those things. And if we start that airplane project, if we do a class either in Denver or here, it's gonna be most likely October for sure. So we'll keep everybody in the loop, you know what I mean? You know, like I say, we usually try to do 3 a year, but there's just so much going on. And for self-care, I'm like, not overwhelming. I know, really though, Anthony, really need to do that. I know Deja keeps telling me.
He won't do it unless somebody else mentions it.
Yeah, so Anthony's mentioning it.
Yeah. Nothing in Phoenix or Tucson?
No, Phoenix and Tucson. We tried to do one, let me tell you, we tried to do one in Phoenix. And the shop we're going to do it at, Nessie's Customs. I don't know, man. No communication. I don't usually like to. It's like communication is a key. And was going to have Ants and Danny Applesauce was going to be my the guest. I don't know if you guys know Danny Applesauce. Danny Dopeness.
So definitely stop by for the event when you guys come down for the bike club.
For sure, for sure. Definitely want to see you for sure, Lisa. You'll definitely have to come when you can for the conference. It's going to be Wednesday, Thursday, and then they're having the culture night out there in Olathe. It's going to be like a lowrider car show. I'm going to have a booth there, so for sure. Johnny Appleseed, Nolan said.
Okay, so unless you're coming to Australia, I would definitely do an online class.
Yep. Well, and if we do one, I know Deja had a good idea. People could, we'd do it. We would send out one of the 12 by 32-inch boards. And, of course, back to that. And, of course, I don't know, Australia, that's a hard one there. But we'd send out for everybody. We could all be on the same page for the class. here.
They're jumping in from El Paso, Albert, Texas on my end.
Got you. What else are we even streaming on? Facebook and all that too? Oh, I didn't even know that. What's up, Facebook family?
Facebook.
I didn't even snap we're on Facebook. Okay, let me see here. This one here, we're gonna be cutting.
He said I would make my own board over here.
Boom! There we go.
Respect, man.
There we go. Okay. Get this curve a little bit more here. Okay. Now this one, I sliced it kind of to a nice little point. Sorry for my head. Okay. In fact, I might have to even make that a little shorter. Yep. Like I say, I'm shaky like crazy. If I can do it, you can do it. Yep, this is the orange J tape. Man, and we've been out of the 2-inch low tack. Just to let all you guys know. Okay. One more here. Place that there. Okay.
Calvin said, "What is up, Rob? We are here."
What's happening, my brother? Calvin in the house. Is he on Facebook? Man, great job. Let me tell you, my brother. Great job, Calvin, on Al's Camaro, brother. That came out amazing. I appreciate the love. Now you know products are no joke. Can't beat the price and the quality. And then that good. I'm not encouraging anybody to hoof clear, but man, the smell of that VHS 900 is nice. It's got that sweet honey smell. Old school, literally old school smell that you just recognize from back in the day. Okay. Let me put this one back if we haven't killed the... so that it actually is going to work out. Okay.
Yeah. It's ironic that the shaky tape master is working on a paint shaker. Maybe
I know.
It's just me.
That's funny. I didn't even think about that one. I know everybody sees it, man. I've been like this. It's gotten a little worse, but I've been like this the whole time. Let me tell you, it's like 30-something years of shakiness. Some days are worse than others, but let me tell you, it's one of those things you just deal with your handicap. And like I say, this ain't a major handicap. You got people doing paintings with their feet. You know what I mean? But you know, it'd be like that if you lost an arm, just like a drummer from Def Leppard. What do? Do you give up? Heck no, you use those 2 feet, that one hand you do got, and then, you know, you just really enhances the what you can do with those other, with everything else. And like I say, it's a matter of laying it out. It takes me sometimes because I'm shaky. You got to think with the razor blade. Like I said yesterday, we broke out because some of the kids are finishing the patterns on their bike, so they're at a standstill, and we hate for them to be doing nothing. So I brought some board games, and of course, one of the board games were Operation, which I always joke with you guys. man, I said, do you want to play? And right away I tried. I really almost had it and then touched the edge and zapped it. And once it zaps, it even gets me even more. I start shaking more. It's like that whole... Okay, so we got that there. So now I'm just going to do that last little border right here. And then we'll start taping on the top. Like I said, I really don't want to bore you guys with doing this constantly for 14 weeks. So I'm going to, like I say, I tried to get most of this taped, left a little bit to kind of show you guys. This side I taped a couple weeks ago. And then, of course, we're going to be doing, and for you guys that are just turning on, let me break this down again one more time. So, sorry for everybody that's already heard the story, but so the bike, of course, is going gold. This is going to go gold to match the front fender. Just this section here. This breakup line, and you know, usually I would be using a bunch of different color tape, but because this is a lot of the real intricate turn work, and not knowing how long this is going to set before I spray, I'm using vinyl. And you know I barely ever use vinyl. Mainly use masking tape. But this is the breakup line. This is going to be red, possibly with silver leaf with candy red over it. Maybe just a fade of the red right here. From here up is going to go orange. The bike is going to go orange to a certain extent back. And depending on kind of when it's kind of set up. And then towards the end, the bags are going to end up apple red, brandy wine towards the back. So we're only doing this type of stuff right here. Just the fender here and possibly just the bottom of the bag. The saddlebags in the back. And then the rest we're going to be doing some straight line. And I'm not talking just straight line. We'll do a little something, but you know, it will be straight line, but with a lot of detail. We'll kind of break it up. So, like I say, right now we're just throwing this, and then we're good. That is funny. The paint shaker, the shaky on the paint shaker. Now these paint shakers, I got it from Harbor Freight. I need to mount it to like a log or something. Screw it into the cement. Is this thing, you got to stand on it?
Okay, we're upside here. Stand on this.
Da, 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 da. Okay. One more time. Okay. Turn it this way a little bit.
Microphone, I'm telling you, I'm about to paint my Road King. Rob will be responsible.
Yeah.
Microphone.
Hey, what's happening, my brother Michael? Hey, what a blessing too. Let me tell you, Nicole and Michael, one of my brothers in Christ, they always come in for Bible study. You know, when they go on vacation, they always, whatever way they're going, if they are rolling through Albuquerque, they always hit me up, seeing if they come through on a Monday. They've been coming for years, you know, I mean, and they hit us up if we're having Bible study, and they got to come Monday. Of course, unfortunate circumstances. He came for a funeral, but we got to see him. Definitely a blessing, him and Nicole. They're always a blessing to see, especially how on fire for the Lord they are. Definitely a blessing. I'm going to move this one a little bit closer. Definitely good to see you guys. He drives a tow truck out there in Austin. The company he works for, they tow all the fancy stuff. The Bugattis and all the kind of exotic. And of course, not always that super fancy. Of course, and I personally don't even like those cars. I'm not what do you guys call those cars? Like the Lamborghinis, the Ferraris. What are those called? If anybody knows. Supercars or
Albert jumped on from Facebook to YouTube.
All right, Albert. Is that the El Paso?
Yes, I believe so.
What is happening, my brother?
Exotic. They said it was.
Yeah, exotic.
You said the supercars, pretty boy cars,
Yeah.
exotics.
I personally cannot stand those cars. I hate them. Let me tell you, I always tell the kids, if you were, like for one of our fun days, you know, I have a bunch of the Hot Wheels and no, Deja had a bunch of stickers.
Yeah.
She collects stickers and she had a bunch of cars. And I said, if you were to pick any car out of this pile of stickers, what would you pick? And of course, I would pick the most expensive one. But guess what, though? I would literally, I know that would be sick of Vanderslice Lamborghini, but I would, my brother, what is happening? El Paso in the house. Always good to see you, brother. Looks like you're doing some big things down there, brother. Always much respect to you, my friend. But let me tell you, you know, I said if I did get a Rolls Royce or Lamborghini, I would sell it and I'd go buy me all the cars I want. You know what I mean? $1 million car, I could go buy 10 Cadillacs and have a bunch of money left over. I don't know. I'm just not that. And it sounds like a lot of you too are just feel the same way I do. It's like the Grey Poupon of vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the Grey Poupon. You guys know what Grey Poupon means? Yep, Lisa said I'd do the same. Lisa, go buy 10 Cutlasses, all the different years. What other cars do you like, Lisa?
Go buy cars so you can still afford eggs.
Yep, there you go. Hey, there you go.
The Bugatti was 8.3 million.
Are you serious?
That's what Michael said. But I would definitely rather have another 64.
Holy
8.3
Moses.
million.
Wow. I didn't even know that. Imagine how many
cars it could
Man, that's crazy. Okay, so that's pretty much that. Let me see. Okay. And like I say, I'll go back. I'm going to try to have it kind of taped like we had the fender for next week. But honestly, I'm going to try to start working up here real quick. Yeah, Jerry, he said two big facts right there, my brother. Same for me. Sell that Bugatti, buy a house, buy a bunch of the cars I really like that...
buy a bunch more dogs.
They just said dogs. That's funny. Lloyd said a 62 Impala. Yep. That's a good one. So now I'm going to get rid of my... let me set this here real quick. That way we're not way up in the air. My awesome mixing machine. Let me see how this looks. I'm gonna probably have to adjust this real quick.
Just don't click the end stream button.
Okay.
G-bodies and dogs. Yeah, lots of dogs. Lisa said Cadillac, Frugals, Cutlass, Monkeys, Impalas. Definitely a variety.
There we go. I'm gonna shake, rattle, and roll here. Sorry, folks. Grandpa's not on, huh? Let me see. Sorry, guys, while I get this set up here. Okay. So, of course, I had Rudy bring the piece to this. So we're gonna stick this on real quick. Get this out the way. Okay. You always want to, when you're doing a bike, you always want to put this on to line it up. Make sure where everything's going to go. Because if you're going to run lines here, you don't want them to be up. Now, most of the time I do wild style. Let's say we're continuing this up here. And if some of the patterns went behind this, who would cares? But like I say here, because I don't got time to sit here and keep doing all these scrolls all over the whole bike. And I kind of wanted to break it up anyway. Like I say, we're going to do some straight, tasteful straight lines. But I'm going to wipe it real quick. Just wanted to kind of give you a little breakdown there. That's something some people don't think about. Wax and grease it real quick. I'm using WD-40 and 1040 motor oil to wax and grease it with some McGuire's. Psych. This is wax and grease remover. Problem, I never say the second part. We're like, you're waxing and greasing it? Yeah, buddy. You got the WD-40. Spiritually in the paint and body shop, WD-40 and Armor All are the devil. It's the devil. You want to sabotage somebody's paint job, go spray some WD-40 or Armor All outside the paint booth. Just kidding, I rebuke that. Don't go do that. I know some of you guys watch Adam and me at the same time. I know he's doing, what is he doing tonight? Val Kilmer. He's doing a Val Kilmer. Put that centerpiece. So definitely. Yeah, and definitely have to go follow my brother too. El Paso, do you have a link to you got anything going, even your Facebook page, my brother? Does some amazing work down in El Paso. He's an OG that's been painting for a long time. Another brother painter. I'm gonna put this back on. Ooh. Okay. He's just dropping her phone, but not on purpose.
Not on purpose.
Of course, Rudy doesn't drop it on purpose either. He's got an excuse. Okay. So I'm lining it up with this hole that it bolts. And I'm basically I'm just gonna tape, because the rubber's gonna go on there too. So you really don't want nothing going too close to it, because then it could still be up. And then you'll have a pattern line that gets slightly covered. And then the same thing over here. So you always want to do a little bit of spacing. Like I say, in a lot of bikes, I've had my patterns going behind there. And whatever it covers, it covers. But on this one, and of course, I'll tape this side that you can kind of see. So I'm going to go about 1/4 of an inch away with the 1/4 inch. And that way there's a little wiggle room. Because like I say, there's going to go that black rubber. And of course, you know, with that mirror, with the chrome finish, it's hard to, it's, what do you call it? What do they call that? An illusion. It's a, help me out, people. It's illusion. What do you call it? I'm in a brain fart. Optical illusion. Brother Rob in the house. What is happening, Ron? And once you get this, your spacing good, then you can remove it and then get back to it. But I'm going to do that there, and I'm going to still swoop. We can swoop this around here so you can kind of see. Let me make sure too. The thing too with these tanks, they're never, so if you were to see, can you guys see here? Yeah, you guys can. Let me see, let me move this a little bit more. So of course, you know, a lot of this you don't even see, but back in the older bikes that were, the tanks were separate, man, I none of them were, how do I put it? They're not exactly the same shape. The basic roundness is, but here, you can see here, this kind of goes like this. This one goes perfectly round and it's welded together, this centerpiece. So it's not even matching up. So it's so easy for you to think that it's up. And then the welds that go along the bottom here, those are definitely up. When you flip it, which I'll even flip it here in a second to kind of show you guys what I'm talking about. Okay. So a lot of times it'll be like your mind's playing tricks on you, but it's not, because it's really, it's not exact. And like I say, a lot of the old ones that were two-piece, which was a pain in the butt, man, personally, that was always a pain in the butt. I'd bolt them together. I'd put spacers, bolt them in the back, try to get them lined up as good as possible. Like I say, I'm shaky like crazy. If I can do it, you can do it. So same thing, if you're trying to line up to here and you're trying to get this to line up, you got to think, this has got this little swoop here. This just swoops around. And like I say, none of this is even really going to, I mean, it might show a little bit. I'm trying to think what else goes here. None of this is really going to show, so it don't matter. But I'm just giving you guys an idea. So we are going to call it at that. I'm going to get rid of this. Let me cut real quick. And then same thing here. So a lot of this gets covered the seat. But when you're throwing the patterns, you're like, man, what's up with this? You see how this curves here? This one's a sharp curve. This one goes way out here and turns right here. You got to think right there from the middle. This has a big old gap here that turns here. So if you're sitting there trying to fight to get everything the same, it's not going to, because the tanks are not built the same before they weld them together. You know what I mean? And like I say, none of that's going to show anyway. Let me flip this over. Of course, you always want to drain the tanks. You want to blow the gas out too as well. Now, you see how the back is here. Like I say, a lot of the two separate tanks back in the day, see the weld line there? See, this is over here. Nothing is the same. You got this shape here all to fit whatever it's fitting on. And it's not the same. So you can go so far. I mean, a lot of people will do a border along this before the weld. and call it a day right there. And like I said, a lot of this you're not going to see in Rudy. This is it's going to probably show at the show, but not be a super show bike. We're not. Nothing's molded. Nothing's nothing's. There's no fabrication, anything like that. Any mods. I know he's got a bunch of cool accessories, but I just kind of wanted to show you guys that. But we'll be flipping it over. We'll be getting it candy in here really nice. And of course, I've already chipped it, just putting it on with the wood and what we've put it on before in those little parts. And you want to tape all of these up too. You don't want to get water in the tank. I hate to say sometimes it does. Even at these will have to get rewired. And I know some people, there's like a special coating you can put to where the gasoline doesn't affect the paint. You know, most of the time if the paint's wrinkling, man, it's whatever paint you're using, or if it's some crazy gas, but for the most part, it shouldn't be peeling unless you got paint stripper gas. So I am going to tape this circle up though.
I'd like to ask, is this how tanks normally are?
Yeah, this is like the usual. They're just not the same shape. It's like you would think they'd be, and I mean the same shape as far as like, how do you put it? The roundness is the same, but all these little ending points up here, same thing. The bottom, this shape, it's not the same. So, when you're trying to get your patterns, back in the day, it'd be like, man, I'm like, what with the two-piece? I'd be like, man, I know I did everything the same size. I'd be doing some flames trying to fit it. And you're like, wow, that weld along that bottom is an inch shorter than it is on this side. So you're trying to fit patterns on there and you're like, man, I messed up, but it's not even you. It's the bike's just shaped different. The tanks are. Sorry. Obviously butt crack. Short face got out. So I'll kind of taping that ring. This has got the fake, you don't put gas in this one. It's got the fake, gas lid just for show. And what I'll end up doing too is I'll run a few pieces across, which I'll probably have to redo that one. I'll crisscross a few times. My shaky butt. Yeah, definitely hope everybody's doing good. Miss you guys. We should be back next Thursday. And then my son's coming back next Friday, moving back from Texas. Like I say, we're excited. Me and Deja have been adding a loft. Actually, like a whole nother level above the living room for extra room because we're just out of room here. Eventually, gonna rent out the house, pull out the equity I have in it, try to find a spot that's not too that people can still come for paint materials. That's not too far because we do. Man, the main, don't do too much online. The main is people coming by.
Locally.
Yeah, local people. And it's not all the time because of our crazy schedule. We got to kind of schedule appointments for people to come. So, I mean, we'll have like 5 people come during the week. It's a little extra money. But we do want to try to work on building that legacy, especially for the kids. That way they got something when I'm gone. We'll still keep the Vanderslice legacy going and a source of income and to keep the good name going too. But kind of tape that up there. This one's kind of coming apart course, it's been taped for the last.
You just said move out there, man.
I know. Man, trust me, out there it'd be a good paint sales would be a real good one out there. But then just to be that far from mom and dad right now, it'd be hard. Trust me, I love it out there, deal. I was going out there every week. I'd go to Pastor Barry's for church. I was like, love it, man. Let me see. So now, make sure you guys got a good visual. Deja should be doing YouTube too. She's doing her nails as we're
They
speaking.
already called me out, okay?
Did they?
Yeah, they already called me out.
That's a good one.
I was halfway through.
I know, Lisa. Where's Rudy? I told him he didn't need to come tonight. It looked like he was up and he was working on another bike he has. And I told him no need to come tonight because he has to drive 45 minutes to come out here. And then he gets up so early, like he literally be passing out.
He needs some rest.
It's a little discouraging when the guy that you're doing the bike for snoring on you. Yep. Oh, okay. Rudy, she said. I thought I smelled nail polish, Neil
Right,
said.
don't call me out.
Tony, what is up, my brother? How's the car, the hopper coming out? And how's your bike coming out, brother? You gonna make it for Good Friday? Okay. So, let me see. Personally, let me see. I think personally, I'm going to take this bottom part up and we're going to shoot. Next week, we'll do the orange on the top and then we'll wait to do the gold on the bottom. So I'm going to mask just this up. What time are we looking at? 9:51. Well, let me just start up with some basics first before we even get into that. So, like I said, I ain't going to do nothing too crazy. I'll probably go with a couple of I'm gonna probably come right through the middle of this. This will start off our first couple of lines. I'm going to do the same thing over here, right through the middle. Which, of course, this circle is smaller than this one for the fake. Just show gas lid. So these are basically like we do if we're doing a roof on a car, like kind of when we were doing the mini hood series, just to get a few basic lines for your breakups, what we're going to end up doing. And then same thing, I'll probably do, I'm going to probably, like I say, and the unfortunate thing is, you know, it's back to that. You got, this hole is bigger than this hole, so no matter what, you're already set up for something not to match. So you want to try to make up for it as much as possible.
Albert said, brother, good night. Dion said, past my bedtime here in Oklahoma.
Yeah, buddy. Hey, my brother Alberto, I appreciate the love, brother. Always much respect to you, my brother.
Please go on your bed.
Yeah, I'm gonna be shutting down too. Well, for like another few minutes here. We're done. Much love and respect to you always, my brother. Same to you, Donnie. Appreciate you, my brother. Thanks for tuning in. Definitely support the website, man. We appreciate it. Break out with the rulers.
Hey, those are perfect. Rob, too. Love you.
Yep.
Glad you are back, Rob.
Definitely. In fact, while we're in this spot, you know what? We'll probably shut it down. Let's definitely say a prayer. That's 2 hours. We're gonna try, like I say, we're really hoping we'll be back next Thursday, guys. Let me tell you, we thank you for the love. Can't tell you guys enough for supporting us. Please, we have a link for the website. Man, we sell amazing clear coats. Man, amazing. We sell if you need any OEM colors mixed. We got top-notch X Prime. It would be compared to PPG NXT, but amazing price. From binders to candies to concentrates to ready to sprays to pre-flake boards to all of those things. In fact, let me show you kind of what we do got going on. Some of the X Prime. Let me walk around, show you kind of what we're doing too. Some of the, oops, sorry, girl. I'm so sorry. Some of the posters from some of the classes. But we do got a bunch of the boards, a bunch of pre-flake crosses. You can get skateboards, whole bunch of different things. Powdered pearls, ice pearls, color shiftings, all of the laser flake, holographic flake, a bunch of ready to sprays, colored flake, adhesion promoter, primer, a little bit of everything, wax and grease remover. And then we got the mixing room, able to mix any Harley colors, any OEM colors, all kinds of clearance stock, a little bit of everything. I do have quite a few House of Colors concentrates too. We can mix you, like I say, anything. We got premium reducers, a bunch of amazing clears, primers, factory blacks. Bunch of different tape, different sizes, J tape. Back to that, whole bunch of 3M. We need to restock that one, but we do have a bunch of stuff in stock. But yeah, me and Deja have been working on this for my son. When he comes, we've been building this whole loft. So we're under construction over here. Let me see if you guys can see. Yep. You guys can see kind of what we got going on. Just to give you a quick breakdown, a little 1-minute tour. But yeah, we've been busy, like I say, building this whole loft in here. So we got our little jungle here too. We got we got blankets too. Definitely got some blankets, just a bunch of different stuff. Like I say, we appreciate you guys.
Yes, sir.
Definitely let's go out with some prayer. Thanks for supporting. Websites on the description. Yep, so let's pray it out. Dear Heavenly Father, we come before you, Lord. First and foremost, we just thank you, Lord. I thank you for every single soul represented on this live tonight, Lord. I lift them up, Lord. I don't know where they are, but you do, Lord. You know what they got going on, every single detail. I know we all fall short, Lord. Help us to do better than we did yesterday. Help us to be a light wherever you've placed us, Lord. People just need that encouraging word at times, Lord. They just need even a hello, a handshake, how are you doing? Goes so far. You never know what people are going through and how far and just what a blessing that can be. So help us all, Lord. We do pray for forgiveness in those areas we fall short, Lord. We're human. We make mistakes, Lord. And we just come to you and ask for forgiveness. Like I say, I want to lift up every single person on this live. I pray those that don't know you would come to know you, because tomorrow is not promised, as we are seeing so many loved ones, so many friends, just crazy things, people dying young that should have lived many more years. And I just ask that you would just touch them, let them know that you are real. You are still in the business of changing lives, just like you've changed mine. I'm still work in progress, but I just thank you that even when I'm not faithful, you're faithful. Yes, Lord. So like I say, I lift up every single person. We love you, Lord, and we give you praise. In Jesus Christ's name, amen.
Amen.
Man, love you guys. Really appreciate you guys. We'll see you next week. If you have any questions, same thing. Hit us up. Like I say, especially you need OEM colors. I can get you at 3 different prices from. And like I say, I'm not a watered down person. I'll tell you how it is. You know, I got the watered down price. I got the mid version, which it's all the same paint. Just doesn't have as much toner in it. And then we got the premium that's mainly toner, covers really quick. And if you have any questions, hit me up. Our phone numbers are literally in the description. We're the only people that put our phone number in the description. You know, most people on here know me. That, man, I'll try to get to you. I'll try to talk to you. I can't all the time be able to do that, but I try to do my best. So definitely love you guys. Hey, I see Austin on here too. Thank you for supporting Austin. Definitely prayers for you, your new shop up there in Wyoming. I pray that the Lord opens up doors for you. I thank you, Chucky, too, Acosta. Thank you. Hit me up, brother. All you guys on here. And I thank you for you that have continued to support us, like Lisa, Anthony, Martine. I mean, I could go on and on. Jason, Dio. I cannot thank you guys enough. John Martin. I thank you guys. I see the Toledo family on here. We love you guys. And just appreciate you guys. Like I say, brother Tony Romero, same thing. And if I missed anybody on here, that Vlad, those that support the shop, man, we love you. We appreciate it. Man, it's just me and Deja, father and daughter team. Like I say, got my son coming out here. And we're trying to be there for you guys and still at that same thing, you know, make a living. So we love you guys. Have a super great weekend. And just know that the Lord loves you. You guys take care. God bless.
Good night.
Love you guys.
Bye.